The Longest Reign, an Epochal History of Mewar. This is the chronicle of an unbroken legacy, tracing the Guhil and Sisodia dynasties from their ancient foundations, through the golden age of Kumbha, to the martial climax of Sanga. In antiquity, this landscape was known as Med-Pat, Pragvat, and the Shivi Janpa, with its capital at Madhyamika. The dynasty was founded in 566 AD by Guhil, the son of Shiladitya of Vallabh and Mother Pushpavati. Centuries of presence are anchored here. The Samoli inscription of 646 AD, commissioned by Jentak Matar, details the temple of Aranyavasini Devi and illuminates the ancient mining industry of Jawar. Later, in 1869, 2000 silver Guhil coins were discovered in Agra. As the historian Farishta noted, the Rana of Mewar's kingdom predates the very origin of the Muslim religion. It was Bapa Rawal, real name Kalabhoj, who transformed a local lineage into an international military force, earning the titles Hindu Surya, Rajguru, and Chekwai, meaning conqueror of all four directions. His military conquests were vast. He defeated Man Maurya to seize Chittor fort, and even marched to Ghazni, deposing Salim to install his own nephew. Historian C.V. Vaidya compares his tactical genius to Charles Martel, noting he established the military base that gave Rawalpindi its name. Yet, his administration was deeply spiritual. A disciple of Harit Rishi, he set his capital at Nagda, built the Eklingji Likulish temple in Kailashpuri, and decreed that all future rulers would rule merely as the Diwan of Eklingji. His reign left behind a stunning gold coin weighing precisely 115 grains. Under Allat, also known as Alu Rawal, the son of Mahalakshmi who married the Huna princess Hariya Devi, Mewar established its first formal administrative bureaucracy and opened its borders to global trade. Commercial networks expanded rapidly, linking Mewar with Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Lat in Gujarat, and Taka in Punjab. For infrastructure, he commissioned the construction of the Varaha Vishnu temple, designed by master architect Agrat. This entire system of taxation and maintenance finds its foundational record in the Saraneshwar Prasasti of 953 AD, written by Kayasthapal and Valak. In 1227 AD, the devastating realities of war forced a massive geopolitical shift. At the Battle of Bhutala, Jethra Singh decisively defeated Sultan Iltutmish of Delhi, an event documented in the Hammir Medamardhan. However, during their retreat, the Delhi army enacted brutal scorched earth tactics, completely devastating the ancient capital of Nagda. In a resilient transition, Jethra Singh captured Chittor from the Paramaras, establishing it as the impenetrable new capital of Mewar. Historian Dr. Dashrath Sharma categorizes this highly secure reign as the unequivocal golden period of medieval Mewar. In 1303, Alauddin Khilji launched a massive siege on Chittor, driven by a complex web of motivations: imperialist ambition, strategic geography, and a desire to dominate the Delhi to Gujarat trade route. He sought to crush Mewar's rising regional influence, avenge passage taxes levied by Ratan Singh's father, and possess the fabled beauty of Queen Padmini. This sparked the first Saka. Ratan Singh initiated Kisaria alongside his brave generals Gora and Badal, while Queen Padmini led 1,600 women in Johar. In the grim aftermath on August 25, the Sultan massacres 30,000 civilians and renames the fortress Khijarabad, after his son Khizar Khan. While the Raval branch ended with Ratan Singh, Hammir stepped forward to reclaim Chittor and initiate the Sisodia branch of the Guhil dynasty. Originating from the feudatory of Sisoda, these rulers officially adopted the title Rana. In 1326 AD, Hammir successfully defeated Banvir to retake the Chittor fortress. His military triumphs grew as he defeated Muhammad bin Tughlaq at the Battle of Singoli. For his unmatched resilience, history honors him with legendary epithets: Visham Ghati Panchanan, Veer Raja, and the savior of Mewar. Maharana Lakha fueled an immense economic renaissance and reshaped regional diplomacy. His reign saw a major resource boom with the discovery of lucrative silver mines in Java, alongside the construction of Lake Pichola by a nomadic merchant, featuring the platform of Natni. In diplomacy, he formed a critical marital alliance by marrying Hansabai of Marwar. This triggered a monumental sacrifice. Chunda, earning the title, the Bhishma of Mewar, permanently relinquished his right to the throne in favor of Hansabai's future son. In return, Chunda was granted 4 of the 16 first-class thikanas, and the feudal lords of Salamba gained the permanent right to command the army vanguard, sign all state gazettes, and crown future kings. Maharana Mughal heavily fortified both the spiritual and physical architecture of the realm. His ledger of construction includes building the ramparts and 3 gates of the Eklingi temple, rebuilding the historic Samidheshwar temple in Chittor, and erecting the Dwarikanath Vishnu temple in Reservoir. These acts are anchored in the Shringi Rishi inscription of 1428 AD, composed by Kaviraj Vani Vilas Yogeshwar, which details Mughal constructing a kund for the liberation of his queen Gaurambika, and completing 25 tuladans. On the battlefield, he defeated Firoz Khan of Nagaur and Ahmad Shah of Gujarat, before being tragically assassinated in 1433 AD at Jilwara. Maharana Kumbha systematically dismantled the surrounding sultanates and kingdoms. Domestically, he consolidated power by avenging his father's murder and securing the Treaty of Anwal Bawal in 1453 with Rao Jodha, fixing Sojit as the border. In the Malwa conflict, he marched to the Battle of Saringpur in 1437, decisively defeating and capturing Mahmud Khilji for harboring assassins. When Malwa and Gujarat forged a desperate joint coalition via the Treaty of Champaner in 1456 to crush him, Kumbha shattered their combined alliance at the Battle of Badnor in 1457, a triumph immortalized in the Kirti Stambha Prasasti. To immortalize that landmark triumph at Saranpur, Kumbha built the architecture of victory, the Vijay Stambha. This grand 9-story monument reaches 122 feet in height and 30 feet in width. It was designed by the architects Jita, Punja, Poma, and Napa, whose names are explicitly engraved on the 5th floor, with its eulogy authored by Atri and Mahesh. Showcasing incredible inclusivity and unique iconography, the 8th floor intentionally houses no idols, while the 3rd floor features the word Allah, written 9 times in Arabic. Described as an encyclopedia of Indian sculpture, it holds the distinction of being the first building in Rajasthan to feature on a modern postal stamp. Kumbha was also a mastermind of defense. According to Shamal Das's Veer Vinod, Kumbha constructed an astonishing 32 out of the 84 fortresses in Mewar. The crown jewel of his master plan was Kumbhalgad. Designed by master architect Mandan, it served as Mewar's exigency capital and the vital border sentinel against Marwar. At its highest point sat Kathagar, Kumbha's private residence, strategically dubbed the Eye of Mewar. His other key fortifications include rebuilding Achalgarh in 1452, Basantgarh, the Machan fort to control the Mer tribe, and Bhomad Durg to maintain control over the Bhils. Beyond the battlefield, Kumbha was a true scholar king, sparking a massive renaissance in literature, music, and architectural theory. A master veena player, Kumbha authored original treatises like Sangeet Raj in 5 parts, Sudha Prabandh, Kamraj Ratisar, and 4 plays written in regional languages. He penned brilliant scholarly commentaries, including Rasik Priya on Jaydev's Geet Govind. His intellectual court flourished with giants, Mandan, author of Vastusara, Kan Vyas, who authored Ekling Mahatmai, and Kumbha's own daughter, Ramabai, a renowned musician, awarded the Jawar Pargana and the title Vagishwari. For his vast genius, he attained the titles Hindu Sultana, Abhinav Bhartacharya, and Chab Guru. The martial climax of Mewar arrived with Maharana Sanga. Ascending the throne in 1509, he found himself completely surrounded by hostile powers. Sikandar Lodi of Delhi, Mahmud Shah Begada of Gujarat, and Nasir Shah Khilji of Malwa. Sanga methodically dismantled them all. In the Delhi theatre, he crushed Ibrahim Lodi at the Battle of Khatoli in 1517 and the Battle of Badi in 1518, establishing dominant northern influence. In the Malwa theatre, he answered the call of Medinirai at the Battle of Gagrong in 1519, defeating Mahmud Khilji too and capturing him, yet remarkably returning his kingdom. By the 1520, his interventions in the Aida succession struggle successfully seated Raimal and defeated the forces of Muzaffar Shah too. This rapid expansion led directly to the historic build-up to Khanwa in 1527, where Sanga unified Rajput and Afghan forces against the Mughal invader, Babur. The catalyst occurred in February 1527, when Sanga crushed Babur's vanguard at the Battle of Bayana. In absolute desperation to rally Hispanic troops, Babur declared a jihad, banned liquor, and abolished the Tamga tax. Sanga retaliated with massive diplomatic mobilization, writing letters to every major king in Rajasthan. His grand court commanded an unprecedented coalition of 7 kings, 9 Ros, and 104 chieftains, drawing vital forces from Marwar, Amber, Bikaner, Chanderi, elite Afghan supporters like Mahmud Lodi and Hassan Khan Mewati, alongside the fierce vanguards of Sardi and Salambar. On the fateful field of Khanwa, the structural vulnerabilities of the Rajput coalition were laid bare. Traditional Rajput warfare relied on a fractured command structure under disparate generals and traditional cavalry charges. When Sanga was severely injured, Jhala Ajja was forced to hastily assume command. In stark contrast, Babur deployed modern Mughal tactics, the unprecedented use of field artillery and the devastating Tufma flanking system. Following the defeat, Babur assumed the title, Ghazi, while the injured Sanga was poisoned by treacherous allies at Irich, passing away at Kalpi. Sanga left an immortal legacy, bearing 80 wounds on his body, the true remnants of a soldier, and holding the title Hindupa. Khanwa permanently altered the trajectory of Indian history, shifting the region from endless conflict toward long-term Mughal-Rajput alliances. Yet, the spirit of Mewar remained entirely unbroken.